Okay, so this is going to be a teardown slash rebuild of the 93 125 shock. So this video we're going to be getting the spring off and getting the bladder drained out and just getting it all ready. So the first thing we're going to want to do is pop out these little seals. They're just a little metal washer and a seal, and just put them somewhere because it's going to help fit them in our vise. So I'll just pull these out. Then we're going to come over to our bladder and we're going to take this little cap off and put it in our little bucket of parts and take something that'll fit in there to drain the air out. This has like none in it. Then we're going to get our spring off now, so we're going to want to take this top nut, and it's going to be kind of tight, so you're going to want to take a hammer and a punch. Just punch it till you get it loose and spin it all the way to the top till it can slide up and down like that. And this one, same thing. Sometimes you could turn the spring to loosen it. It's not working on this bike. Like, you could just turn the spring and it'll loosen this whole thing. So I'm gonna have to hammer at it and get it to go down. So I only got a few more threads, so bear with me for a couple minutes while you get this off. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm just banging on this, getting it off. And it's pretty much off, so I can just loosen it the rest of the way and get that all the way undone. And that's loose enough. As long as your spring can kind of jiggle up and down, you see how there's a gap right in between here? That's good. So now, if you give me a second, just going to get a new camera angle real quick and change the lighting around so you can see what I'm about to do. So what I did was, since we took those seals out, we can clamp it in the vise really easily and kind of get it tight. Oh, loose. And what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be banging at the top of this. I can actually do it while holding the camera, probably. You can see how there's two separate parts. Let me show you. We got this part and this part. This part has to get banged down. So all I'm going to do is take a hammer and just bang that down around all the sides. Give it a good hit all the way around. And I'm going to put you down so I can use my punch. Yeah, right. Like that's going to work. It'd also help if you take a flat screwdriver and kind of stick it underneath that little cap and hold it. Usually there's a bottom out bumper on here that help, but this one doesn't have one for some reason. Trying to get it. It's a little bit stubborn, but there we go. So, as you can see, I got that loose and I kind of just stuck my screwdriver under there. Let me show you. Stuck my screwdriver under and pushed down this ring, and we could see the snap ring we're after right there. And all we're going to do is find the opening of it, which happens to be right here too. and just stick your finger in there and kind of pull it up and over and get that little snap ring off. I'm trying to do this one-handed. So here, get that snap ring off. See it now. We're going to slide this off and put this somewhere safe. Now, pull our screwdriver out. We can get this whole bottom little lid off. So just pull up and slide and it comes right off. Then put that somewhere else, down in there. Next, the whole spring comes right off. It just lifts once I move this out of the way. The bottom out bumper would normally hold that up, but again, this doesn't have one. So we're going to take the spring off and throw that down there too. Next, we could take these off, but in this case I don't have to, so I'm not going to. I'll just clean these threads here and they'll go back on nice, so I'm just going to leave those dangling there. Trying to think of what I want to do now. Now we'll drain the oil out of it. And then we're going to get this ready for disassembly. So what we're going to do is get that out. And what you'll see right here is this little screw. There's an adjuster here, then there's a nut here. And we're going to crack that loose with a 19 and pour it in my bucket. So give me a minute. See if I can set the camera up down there so you can see what I'm doing down there. Will it make it? That's good enough. So, let me get my wrench. Actually, I might be lying. I think it's a 17. Yeah, it's a 17. So, where am I? Okay, on here, 17 millimeter. And I'm just going to loosen it. And I already pre-loosened this because it is very, very, very old and not on there good. And we're going to take this all the way out. And we're going to see some really nasty old oil coming out. And when I say nasty, I mean this stuff's going to be horrible. It's already starting to drip out. Can't really see it yet. I'll show you. And this smells like, just spewing everywhere. It just, what did it do? The lid just like popped out, this little cap, and it just exploded everywhere. Oh, and it smells bad. So, I'm going to finish taking this out. You can see wherever the camera is. Oh, it's right there. Alright. So you can see, it's our compression adjuster. I'm pretty sure it's compression. So we can pull that out. We have this hole here where the oil is. We're just going to drain that nasty oil out. And once it's kind of drained out, we're going to pump the whole shock shaft. Just push this all the way in. You're going to hear it. Kind of turn this in some weird ways, turn it all around, try and get all the oil out. And once that's done, we're going to take this and clean it all off and then put it back in the shock for now. So let me do that, and then I'm going to start a new video on taking this baby apart. So let me come over here. Get some brake cleaner. Now the little, that's gross. Look at this. There's foam from that oil. That's how bad it is. This is why you should change your suspension fluid every couple of years. That's bad. Okay. Since this is so disgusting, there's like crud all around inside here, so I'm gonna wipe that all off. And then as you can see here, you can see more of that crud that's on there. It's like, let me see if I could focus in. it's just like this white nasty crud. So swipe it off the rag and get some brake cleaner on it. Get a cleaner rag and wipe it clean. And we could put this back into the shock. So just take it, throw it in, and I'm going to say tighten it down all the way, because we're not going to need to take this back out again. So just take our 17mm and get it on there, and just tighten it. And when you're good, just don't tighten it too much. Just give it a little more. Get it about almost like a little bit, 10% less than as tight as you can, pretty much. You don't want it absolutely tight because it's aluminum on aluminum, but tight is good. And that's going to conclude this video. And I'm going to get this all set up and we're going to take it apart further. So, yeah, that's it.